Hello guys, Andres Olaez here with Remax Mi Casa. I've been an agent for 7 years, and this is my brother Daniel.
My name is Daniel Olaez. I've been an agent for about like 4 years now. Also worked besides Remax Mi Casa in our group, the Olaez group.
No, yeah, so I know we've been working together as agents for 4 years, been knowing you for 24 years, right? So,
Yeah.
you're my brother. Yeah, no, man, I know we have a little structure going in our team, right? I know more than anything, you help out a lot with the clients that are looking to purchase either investment properties or their first-time home. What do you think about being a buyer's agent, or how do you enjoy it, or what's
Yeah. I mean, the last 4 years, the first year was kind of getting used to like a sales job because before that I wasn't doing any sales, and I had to learn from the beginning how to do sales, how to talk to people, how to interact with people. And at first, I remember my first showing when you sent me out by myself. I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just grabbed the keys, opened the door, and I just let the buyers walk in, and I didn't even know what to say.
Yeah, I remember that sale for sure. And you actually closed it. That was your first showing, and you pretty much put it on the contract right away too, as well.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah, I mean, you helped me out on that one too, because I just opened the door and you were talking to them as well. But after that, I mean, it took a little bit more showings to get used to the sales part of stuff, how to talk to people, know the lingo and everything. But after the first year, I think I got more confident talking to people, talking about the houses, if it's a good investment or not or anything. But I mean, so far this year, I mean, pretty sure. I mean, I'm all on my own, so I'm pretty good.
No, you gotten a long way, man. From the beginning to now. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
we evolve, we grow, and we learn more, and we still keep on learning, right? So it's like an never-ending career, more than anything, right? So
For sure.
no, that's awesome, man. What can you tell me a little bit more of like your experience and helping like find investment properties, or what do you enjoy like when we have a client that's looking for investments?
So with investment properties, I mean, that's a different animal from buying your typical first-time home or a home that you're gonna live in.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're looking at investment properties, I mean, it's good to know from the beginning maybe what areas, what's your budget, and I mean, basically those two. But when you're looking, you wanna look around your budget and also see, calculate any repairs or renovations that you're gonna put, and check out any comps, any comparables that have sold in the recent market.
So it's definitely a numbers game, right?
Yeah, it's a numbers game more than anything. So you have to every number counts. So you got to make sure before you buy it that everything checks out. Maybe put a little bit in just maybe renovations, because you never know, something could come up and everything. So you have to have that little cushion of renovation.
Yeah, miscellaneous things always pop out. I know I personally have seen like renovations that sometimes you're unexpectedly putting like $5,000 or $10,000 into it because you didn't oversee something that was not there.
Yeah.
So definitely having a little buffer for that too, for sure.
Yeah.
So, no, yeah, man. So, talking about investments, I know we like you bought your first rental property a few years ago, and right now, you and me are teaming up for a few renovations that we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, what do you like the best? Like you being an investor as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I bought my first property when I was 21. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was a pretty big deal for me because I mean, before that I was doing a little bit of construction and everything, but I didn't really know how to like renovate a house by myself. I had some help a little bit, but I mean, I was there hands-on as well, doing some of the work and everything. But back then, when I bought the house distressed, they needed a new roof, gutters.
You don't know where to start, right?
Inside, kitchen, bathroom, plumbing, electric. I needed everything. Right. So I bought it obviously for a lower price. I put some money into it, and right now, I mean, I have it up and running. You know. But back then, I mean, it was a good learning experience. I mean, I learned a lot of the components of fixing a house and everything, and that's part of like now I know how to pinpoint when I'm showing clients, pinpoint like, oh, this is bad, this is good, in the structure or the conditions of the house, you know. But
it's an education that you went more. That house pretty much taught you a lot, right? So
yeah,
nowadays you can pinpoint everything that is wrong with the property or might need or stuff like that.
for sure.
Yeah. So, and then and even that, like even we still keep on learning from like like situations that I personally still go through, like that I'm like seeing a property and I'm like, well, I never ran into this. I'm like asking people like, hey, dude, like how do you fix this, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it happens, right? Like there's some new stuff that we run into.
No, there's always some things that are gonna come up that we haven't dealt with before, or something that we're always gonna learn, you know.
And just to elaborate a little on that as well is like more anything the importance of having a network as well, like people that might know that stuff, right? Or construction and right. So talking about construction, what do you think is the importance like for anybody that's looking to invest or maybe invest full time, whether it's 1, 2 properties a year or more, right? Do you think it's important of having a network in construction? And if so, what do you think is like the proper like strategy for that, like having a network?
Network. I mean, I think your network is the most important thing when you're renovating a house, because I mean you have to know the people that are gonna help you renovate, unless you're trying to do it all by yourself, which is pretty hard to do. You gotta know, I mean, how you're gonna fund the project. If you're gonna use your own money or use other people's money, private money or hard money lending. It's good to know like those connections, because if you're trying to do multiple properties at one time, I mean, you need to have funds.
Yeah.
You can't be short on funds to renovate a house. And also your construction crew. I mean, you gotta know who's gonna help you do certain things, you know, like who's gonna help you do the electric, the plumbing, the roof and everything. So I think that's one of the most important things when you're renovating a house, knowing your network.
Knowing who to call, right? At that point is, I know most of the projects that we have done together, I mean, we act like our own contractors pretty much, right? So we got to know plumbers, electrical, roofers and all that stuff, right? That way we're making sure that we take the property to the finish line or anything. So what do you enjoy more, flippings or rentals?
Flippings or rentals? I mean, it's a little bit of both. Yeah. I like both. I like the rentals because I mean, you get that money every month, you know. The flips, obviously, you gain a little bit more money when you're flipping a property. But with the rentals, I mean, over time, you get the cash flow, and besides the cash flow, you also get the equity. The equity starts going up.
Tax benefits.
Tax benefits as well, yeah. When your tax write-offs, that also helps when you owe money at the end of the year, you know. But I mean, I like both worlds for sure.
They have the pros and cons on both, right? So
for sure.
Talking about cons, what's a misconception that we get in rentals, right? Is like, well, I have one in mind right now, but like, what do you think? Like if somebody's going into buying a rental property, what advice would you give them? Like, as far as like, I know most people think that they're getting, I'm buying a rental property with intentions of just making money, right? But what's the drawbacks that we normally get as well?
I mean, sometimes people just think that every property is gonna cash flow, you know?
Right.
But I mean, that's really not, I don't think that's like every house.
Yeah.
You really gotta know, like, you gotta have a realtor or somebody that's gonna help you determine those numbers before you buy a house, because I mean, a lot of factors go into the cash flow. So if you're looking at finance, I mean, obviously the price is a big part of it, but also you gotta look at your insurance and your property taxes, because that could really take effect in the monthly payment.
Yeah.
After you calculate the monthly payment, I mean, you're gonna see how many units, how much they could rent for and everything. So after that, I mean, there's some properties that if you buy it, you're gonna go negative every month. So you gotta make sure you know who you're talking to and make sure that you determine those numbers before you purchase it because.
So that, and also put some money to aside for any maintenance, right? I mean,
reserves,
a property is always going to need like maintenance, right? The toilet's not flushing, a light bulb, even a light bulb, right? Is like your tenants are calling you. But that one property, little that I know, that the impact that one property has in growing your portfolio. If you know how to leverage your property, you can leverage more real estate at that point by using the equity. So what I ended up doing was getting a HELOC on the property and using that to acquire more real estate. And that was just the beginning until more anything until we got into the industry, that I started figuring out more strategies and how to grow even faster, which is something that I truly enjoy and like to teach people how to like grow their name and pretty much is something that's not hard to do. It's just it could be intimidating, right? But it's something that's very easy to do, and especially if you have the proper guidance, right?
Yeah. So you started off as an investor, other than as a real estate agent.
Yeah. So 2011, I was 19, and I started off with one property. Did a couple of flips with our dad, and a buddy of mine as well, Ruben, right? So we did a couple of flips, acquire a couple of rentals as well, until we kind of decided, like, hey, you know what? Like we're hiring an agent to help us buy and sell our properties. And during that time, I had a background as far as in sales as well, right? I used to sell furniture for like 4 years during that time. So I'm like, I like real estate, I like sales, and let me put it together, right? And that's how I ended up getting my license in 2018, and I just haven't stopped ever since, I guess, right? So yeah, and now
you find your own deals and
I'm finding my own deals, selling my own deals, so
that's good.
That and it truly started because I wanted more anything, just kind of like pursue and keep on growing the real estate investment side of business. And little did I know that I was gonna help out people, and I just love seeing people grow and everything as well. So servicing the community in that sense as well.
Yeah. So, yeah. How do you feel about being a real estate agent and actually helping maybe first-time home buyers or investors? How do you feel about helping the community out?
More than anything, I feel like real estate is one of the best things that anyone could do, just because pretty much you're creating wealth for people. You're helping creating wealth for people, right? Whether it's they're buying their first first property as a first-time buyer for their family, right? Normally properties appreciate in value and everything, and it's definitely a very satisfying career to help out people accomplish that, right? On the investment side, obviously we're helping creating even more wealth as well by, again, same thing that what we're doing, buying, flipping, buying, renting, and it's just also showing them like different strategies that they currently might not be using. That I remember I was in that situation at one point that I didn't know certain strategies. Now that I know them, right, I like to pretty much teach people how to use these tools like special financing, such as like hard money lending. Most people think that we need a bunch of money in the bank to do it. No, it's like there's special financings that help you out with that stuff, right? It's just having the will and the want to do it and teaching people how to do that, right?
For sure.
I know you and me tag team on that all the time, right, with clients, right? So
yeah. Definitely other ways of purchasing properties now always maybe you have to get a regular typical loan, because some properties, also some clients think that any property could pass a typical like FHA loan or conventional loan, which is not the case. Right. Sometimes when I go show properties, I show distressed properties and they think that, I want it. But that's not the case. You have to explain with the client too that these type of properties, like if you're looking to finance, they require a special type of financing to fund the property. So,
have you by any chance? I know you probably have, right? But like, have you run into like properties that like you're helping somebody invest in a property, and a client likes the property, but you see the numbers that don't work, right? What do you normally tell the client at that point?
I mean, I feel like I'm very honest. So when I'm reviewing properties, or when a client sends me properties over for me to review, I like to review the properties before I even go showing them, because that's what I would do with my properties. I want to make sure what's the client's goal. Do they want to flip it? Do they want to cash flow, or anything like that? And I review the numbers for them, and I check out the monthly payments, how much rents it'll get every month, any expenses that it has, and if it cash flows, obviously I let them know this is how much it cash flows. But if it doesn't, I'll be upfront about it. I don't want to show a property and then the numbers, once they close on it, then the numbers don't make sense, and then they're coming back at me saying
they're mad at you at that point. No, of course. I mean, we're here for a reason, right? We're here for a reason. We're advocating for our clients and everything, right? And looking for their best interest at the end of the day, right?
For sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. So it's, I mean, understanding the numbers, right, is the key point right there.
Yeah.
Right, so, what do you like to do when you're not doing real estate, man? Like, like what? I know you normally play basketball and stuff, right? Like.
Yeah, I'm a big basketball guy. I mean, I like sports in general, but when I was growing up, I used to play like soccer, football, basketball as well. But right now, I've been playing for about 7 years already, like straight basketball. So every now and then I play other sports, but I play at least maybe 4, sometimes 5 times a week. So
a week.
Yeah.
You're how many leagues right now?
Just men's leagues. I mean, they're 1, 2, 3, 3 right now. Yeah.
And you're the number one scorer right there, or what?
I'm not that good. No, I'll say I'm pretty decent. I'm tall, lengthy, so I think I put a big impact on the team as well. So I mean, that's what I like to do on my free time. Besides that, I mean, hang out with my family and friends. I like to be outside a lot, so I'm more of an outside guy, outdoors person. So pretty much what I do.
That's good.
How about yourself?
Me, if I'm not doing real estate, I'm hanging out with my little one, right? Most of the time, like when I'm hanging out with my little one, definitely love to travel. Maybe this year I'm finding myself traveling like once a month, I guess, right? Well, a little trip.
That's good.
But I like, traveling, getting to know new places, restaurants, rooftops, family as well, like always, right? And more anything, it's just pretty much that, man. More anything, right? So a little bit of, now I'm barely getting back to doing exercise. I know I left that for a while. So
you used to play basketball, no?
A lot of basketball. So dude, I used to beat you all the time.
No, you didn't.
So what's it called? But right now I'm trying to get a rhythm back. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been waking up at 4:30 to make it to the gym at 5. And currently, not only I'm enjoying the whole gym experience with that, but also the fact that that I'm getting my day started a lot more quicker, man. So by midday, I feel accomplished already, with work and everything. And of course, I don't stop at that point, right? But just keep on moving, right? But I feel like I'm mainly accomplished with the work by noon, right?
Yeah.
It's
good.
It's amazing, man. So far I'm enjoying that. So
yeah. Do you struggle getting out of bed that early?
Today I did. Today I did. Right, so
you went out last night?
No. The previous night, maybe I think it's just the trickle effect after that.
Yeah. I mean, when I don't know if you said you've been doing it for how long already?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So this is my second week, right? So it's 1 week complete. So this is my second week. So
were you struggling at first, or are you now used to it? Because sometimes your body has to get used to a certain routine.
Right? I feel like my body's almost naturally waking up. Of course, it still feels tired, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like once I get a little workout or a little pump at the gym and stuff, it just wakes me up and stuff. by the time I'm like out of the gym, I'm like fully alert. And that's like around like 6:30. I'm walking out of the gym, and then I just start going at it with work. Well, freshen up a little and then start going at it more than anything, right? So far, hopefully I don't fall off the wagon, right? But nah, I think it's
keep it going.
Yeah, it's consistency more than anything, right? Like everything else works.
Or discipline too.
Yeah, discipline. So it's working so far. Well, summer's here. What plans do you have for the summer?
Summertime, I mean, work picks up too. So I mean, showings and helping clients. I mean, usually in the wintertime it's a little bit slower, but summertime, I mean, nice weather, people want to go out. So mainly work more than anything, just focus on that. And on the construction side as well, just keep them going. But other than that, I mean, just enjoy the summer, enjoy the weather. Yeah. I know sometimes with Chicago, I mean, the weather could be crazy. Sometimes it's 80 degrees, and then the next day is like 60 degrees. So it's crazy out here. But
I wouldn't be surprised if we get snow in the middle of summer, right? Like so.
I never seen that happen, but.
So, no. So definitely, just enjoy the summer, like maybe going out to like eat or stuff like that, right? But what's one of your favorite restaurants in Chicago?
Restaurants. I mean, I don't really go to a lot of restaurants, but I'm big on like Mexican and Italian food. Okay. That's like my favorite cuisines or something like that. I know we go to Paisans a lot.
Yeah.
The Paisans pretty good out there, you know. They got a little variety of everything out there.
That's what I like about that restaurant right there. It's like variety of like different stuff, like appetizers, and the pizza's good too. So so
I know you go out to a lot of restaurants.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones. Well, you know which one? It's the Crepos, right?
And Crepos is good too. I like Crepos as well. Yeah.
The steaks are good there, and the patio in the summer is pretty nice. Like what is it? I think Friday or Saturday that I have like live music there as well.
Yeah.
Right. So it's pretty nice right there. So.
Yeah, they got good steaks there. So.
Yeah. The steaks and everything. So. And then definitely a couple rooftops. I know they go to the same rooftops all the time, right? But like I think there's plenty of like rooftops in Chicago. So definitely see what else is out there, I guess, right? So.
What rooftops do you go to?
Jay Parker by Lincoln, what is it, like Lincoln Park Zoo over there? Like Jay Parker, Cindy's, what's it called, the Hilton rooftop as well. Gone there a couple times. I used to go, I don't know if it's open, but I know they closed. It's not a rooftop, but like a bar over in the signature room all the way on the 96th floor. The view right there at night. So, I mean, it's just like different spots. So I'm wondering if they opened a new restaurant there or not. I'm gonna Google it. Right, so.
I mean, it's good to explore, you know, like city, knowing new places. Sometimes we live in the city and we don't even go.
It's a big city.
It's a big city. It's a nice city, yeah.
So sometimes you gotta put yourself like if you're a tourist in your own city, right? So So jumping back into real estate. What areas do you feel like it's good areas to invest right now?
Well, typically, I mean, I know we work more on the south side. I know there's a lot of opportunities or growing markets all over, like in the north side, out west. But I mean, I know we mainly work on the south side. So right now, we mainly focus like around Chicago Long, H Park. Also, I mean, Inglewood. I mean, from what we've seen, I think it's going to be a big opportunity in the next couple years as well. So you're starting to see more like big brand stores moving towards that side. So I mean, that's kind of like a signal or indicator that in the future it's going to start growing. You know, so
keep an eye on the developments or the future plans that are coming into the neighborhoods too, right?
Yeah. So I mean, those areas, I know maybe they're not the best, but I mean, all the areas change. And I mean, price-wise as well, I mean, if you're maybe getting started and you don't have a lot of money and you're not afraid to invest in those areas, I mean, those areas could be like
potential.
Yeah.
Definitely I agree with you. I mean, as far as those areas, and what aside from finding deals, like for example, what other ways? I know MLS is one, but what other ways do you think is good to like find investment properties in your opinion?
So besides MLS, I mean, I know real estate agents and some other people have access to that as well. That are on the market, but I mean, you don't necessarily have to wait for a house to be on the market.
Yeah.
You could actually do it yourself and maybe cold call property owners around the area to see if they're willing to sell. Connect with wholesalers, see if they have any properties available in the areas that you're interested, and see the properties. I mean, there's a lot of ways, auction homes as well. So there's a lot of ways to invest, but everything all comes together at the end of the day. I mean, you always got to run your numbers and make sure that everything makes sense. At the end of the day, check out the properties. I know with wholesale, sometimes they let you check out the properties. Auction homes, I know those are a little bit harder to get into. But I mean, just doing your due diligence at the end of the day and make sure that everything works out. But yeah, those are some ways that you could find more deals.
That
sure.
And also, once you find the deal, it's also like you mentioned, do your due diligence as far as making sure that the property doesn't have any outstanding liens, right? Like taxes, water owed, and stuff like that, right? Because
Violations.
I mean, some violations are easy to fix, or even some violations that are harder to fix, but doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad deal, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely the liens, like having your realtors helping you out or pointing you in the right direction, right? Like maybe helping you with an attorney that could pull title for you or stuff like that, right? So
For sure.
yeah, so definitely.
They always say it's like, if you can do sales, you can do absolutely any job. Is that like true? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
I think so, yeah. So
I mean, sales is when I was starting off with sales. I mean, I'm more on like, I'll say I'm not a like introvert, but I'm on like a little bit of both. I didn't really know how to talk to people.
yeah.
And now that I got into sales, I mean, it kind of like opened me up to talk to people, and now I feel more comfortable like guiding people and talking to people. So I think sales could really be a gateway to like
Other avenues.
Because sales, I mean, it's pretty hard. I mean, you gotta help people, convince people sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so sales to me is like pretty much like you mentioned, right? It's like, any business that's open, right? In general, like restaurants, real estate,
Everything
right?
requires sales.
Everything sells, right? Like a restaurant has to sell their plates or their food, right? A bar has to sell alcohol and stuff, right? A grocery store is selling products, right? So everything in this world revolves on sales. So definitely, in my opinion, I feel like sales is a good trait for one to have, like, or understand sales, at least how it works, right? In the event that one wants to open up a business or just do anything in sales, is like everything in this world revolves on sales, right?
For sure.
So no, it's great. I know it's hard at the beginning, right? But like especially if you're like hardcore sales, and over time you just get used to how it works and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So.
And it's always evolving as well, or adapting. So, I mean, if you're gonna get into sales, maybe get like a mentor to like help you start out, because I mean, learning everything by yourself, it's kind of tough to actually learn how to sell something.
Yeah.
So getting a mentor or somebody that you know that you want to shadow as well. So just learning the first steps of sales or basic sales. So that's always a good thing. It's a good skill to learn.
It's not reinventing the wheel, right? At that point, it's just like if you know someone that's already doing it, it doesn't matter what type of sales it is. It's just shadow them and see. I remember when I got to experience my sales was not in real estate, it was in the furniture business, right? Selling furniture. And one thing, like you mentioned, shadow, right? The general manager that was pretty much showing me the ropes in sales, right? He was telling me like, oh, shadow this person, shadow that person, right? And here I am behind the walls, like like listening their sales pitches and stuff like that, what they do. And then I remember I was like writing down their sales pitches, right? But I made it my own. I didn't use all of them, right? But like made it my own and everything. So definitely shadowing is it's helpful, very helpful more I think so. But yeah, no. So
yeah, I mean shadowing and then learning as well, reading. I know you can find anything online nowadays. So I mean, there's a lot of like courses or maybe a YouTube video right there that will tell you basic sales. So yeah, I mean, it'll help you open up. Like for me, I think it really helped me communicate with people better. The skills in real estate as well. So.
And part of sales, most people think that like, oh, you gotta talk a lot, right? Like, no, it's just most of sales is just listening, right?
Yeah.
Just listening, understand what your client needs or what they're looking for more anything, right? So
yeah.
And just knowing how to cater to that, right? So.
But did you guys either you guys have anyone that you like looked up to as you were getting into the business?
For me, I mean, it was basically him. You know, I started off in real estate as a real estate agent because of him. He kind of told me about it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it out. So in the beginning, I mean, he was teaching me how to talk to people, how to pitch to people and stuff. So for me, it was like my mentor. It was him, and then also my dad and the construction side. So I really learned a lot from them too. So I think those were my mentors. Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest mentor definitely my dad throughout the years, right? Construction wise, but I remember even at the room place, like just because I know he used to be in the restaurant business, right? Like as a waiter, and he had to sell like food and wines and all that stuff. And then I remember I would tell him like, hey, I was with this client, and this client. I didn't know how to like approach it or more anything. He was just kind of giving me like little pointers. So definitely my dad, and also throughout the years, I would say that I'm very open. I'm very open, and I love hearing people's success stories and everything. What made them so successful, and I ask them questions like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? It's just. There's always a helping hand in people, right? So like it's and be reciprocal to people at that point, right? It's like people ask me like, hey, you know what, like how is it that you ended up doing this and that? Like I'm very open about it, right? Just because I know how it is, and along the way I was asking questions to people, and I'm still asking questions to people, right? So I'm like it's just it's mentorship. I feel like for me is like along the way I was just a mixture of people and everything, right? So
all together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's some people that they're just not open about it, and they don't want to give the sauce away, you know, because they see you as competition or anything. So there's people like that. But I mean, if you're in a good office and then you're in the industry, I mean, eventually if you start asking questions, they'll open up to you. So that's how you could learn as well.
Even to elaborate on that too is like even if you give all your secrets, like, oh, how do I do this?
It's still hard, yeah.
It's still hard. Like people are just at the end of the day, they're gonna end up gaining whatever is convenient for them, right? Because we're all in a different journey. We're all in our own little world, and at the end of the day, I mean, it's like there's a bunch of houses, an example, right? Like it's like there's plenty of business for everyone, right?
Yeah.
So why not help out people and unite with people and help them out, and eventually they might have stuff that like or ideas that you don't know about, right? And then there you are teaming up with people more anything, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, no. So that.
Because I mean, what is it like for you two close brothers to kind of like do business together? Like, have you guys like noticed drastic like changes of development of like not only like professionalism but like character over time between you two? I don't know. I feel like that's something that you would notice, like working so close together. It's like you saw him go from like a kid to like a grown-ass man or something like that, you know? I'm curious. 'Cause I have a younger brother.
Yeah. So for me, with Danny, right? So with me with Danny, it's honestly like I hear people like that, I mean, I'm not gonna say like sometimes we disagree with stuff sometimes, right? Like it's normal to disagree.
Everything, yeah.
But it's like, but overall, like, we're always like, we have a business mentality, right? Like, business mentality, we understand business. Like, sometimes Danny calls me out on stuff, and it makes sense to me. Like, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Like, well, let me stop my whatever I'm doing, right? But or vice versa, right? But overall, I have truly enjoyed working with my brother, right? If anything, we have grown a lot together, right? Especially in this last year or two, right? I feel like, at least, right? So and I feel like some people just get greedy more than anything. Like, get greedy. I don't want to see like so and so be better than me, and so on and so forth. There's no such thing as that. At least not. That's not what I feel with my brother more than anything, right? So I feel like I want him to grow. I want him to more than anything just be growing and grow together more than anything, right? So that's just my input.
Yeah.
I don't know about Danny. Like, nah, screw this guy.
I mean, no, he's always. I mean, we're like 8 years apart, so I mean, it's for me. I mean, it's okay. It's a difference, you know. So he grew up differently than me. So from what I've seen him change, I mean, I've always seen him like a business guy. So he just handles business. So I mean, I always like looked up to him. Like we were talking about, like the mentor stuff. Like he's giving me pointers and everything. So, and he's helped me learn a lot. So, I mean, I've kind of always seen you like the same, but like you said, we've grown together. I don't know how I impacted the team and everything, because I know you were starting before that, and you had other teammates and them and stuff. So, but like you said, I mean, these last few years we've grown together for sure. So.
No, for sure. It's like, well, definitely in the team aspect, it's just effortless for more than anything, right? It's like we understand, we're in communication with our clients. On the investment side is like, I remember I was doing a couple investments by myself, right? And that's a lot of work, right? I had like 2 or 3 properties at once, right? And I was just pulling my hairs along with doing real estate, like helping the community. But now teaming up with my brother is just like, it's still challenging, right? But like, meaning like it's not an easy thing to do, right? But like it just feels like effortless, like or more anything. Just we flow well together more anything, right? So
yeah, I mean, you handle certain parts of the business, and I obviously handle different parts. So or vice versa. I mean, whatever we do, I mean, we do it together, and we delegate it all together. So it's good.
I mean, at the end of the day, we help each other out, right? So
yeah.
I know sometimes I get stuck with stuff, and like you always show up, and vice versa too, right? You're stuck with a showing. I know you do most of your showings, or you can't show a client. Sometimes I'm there helping out. I mean, it's a team effort. More
Part of the business too, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, but working together as a family. I mean, I know some people clash together, but I mean, I think we're pretty good together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like with brothers, it's like if you don't trust each other, who else are you supposed to trust?
for sure.
Yeah, so no, I trust this guy like a lot. So
Likewise, yeah.
So well, thank you guys for joining us in our podcast. We'll be inviting more guests to our podcast. So stay tuned for our next guest.